Look, I know how it is to lose a high performing colleague, someone that you enjoyed working with, who is very skilled at their job, and they did a lot of things to make the organization a whole lot better. But now they've left and they've gone on to a new opportunity, and this can leave a gaping hole of institutional knowledge that makes it hard for you to function and get your job done when you now got to do a second person's job that you really don't understand all of the details of what they did. This can lead to a decrease in morale for you, for your team, for your psyche, and for everybody around you when you got to fill the gap after losing a high performing colleague who's gone off to a better opportunity. This is a deficit to the organization when you are missing this person. And guess what? It's going to take you time to find somebody to fill that role. And even if you do find somebody to fill that role, the biggest challenge is going to be is how do you get this new person up to speed and up to the same level that that colleague of yours that you had before was high performing and really doing a great job. So this can lead to a sense of you feeling like, I don't know what I'm doing. I now got twice as much responsibility and half as many people to get it done because now you're taking on these new responsibilities until you get that new person on board. But here's what I want you to understand, that there's a way out of this situation, and it really is going to require you to invest in the people that they used to lead. And so when I say invest in them, you're going to have to spend some time with your colleagues, team members, to understand the day-to-day of their work. What did they do well? What was some of the major things that kept them focused and focused on the big projects? That's what you got to find out first, is what are the big projects that everybody needs to focus on, because that is the only way you're going to be able to do your job and your colleague's job at the same time until you get a replacement. But it's always tough to lose a high performing colleague. So I'm going to give you this basic tip, this basic framework of things that you need to do in order to be able to keep things going when you get into these tough situations. So number one, talk to those colleagues one-on-one and understand what are the key big projects that they're working on. The second thing you got to focus on is what needs to happen right now or what can be put off until later until your new colleague gets hired. The third thing that I will tell you is don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't think that you're smarter than the person that you just lost because, yes, they can do their job better than you can. That's why they had the job and you didn't. But now that you got to cover the waterfront of all of these things, don't try to do their job. Just stay in your lane. Do what's comfortable for you. Do what's effective for you. Because the most important thing is you got to keep your mindset up and you got to keep your immediate team ready and prepared to do their jobs. And they can't do that if they see that their boss is now distracted because she's trying to do more people's responsibilities than the ones that she was initially assigned. So you got to find a way to keep yourself focused. Check in with that new team that you just acquired. Figure out what they do well, what are the big projects, and what has to get done right now. But most importantly, stay in your lane. You got to do what matters to you and what's important to you. So if this makes sense to you, please, please, please think about sharing this video with a colleague or a coworker who might be struggling when they've lost a high talented colleague and are trying to figure out what the next steps are. Have a great day.